Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to show you my top 10 K-pop songs of 2023. I'm so excited. I had never even realized how much music came out this year. Like I felt like I was so preoccupied with other stuff. Um, so it was an interesting year for sure. And I also realized a lot of stuff about my music taste. So without further ado, without further ado, let's just get into the K-pop songs that I like this year. Okay, let's start out with the songs that are not BTS related. BTS members came out with so much music this year that if I were to do a top 10, it would just consist of BTS. So I'm going to be doing two parts. So I'm going to be splitting the video. So if you want to watch just BTS, you can do that. If you just want to watch anything that is not BTS, I'll be doing that in this first part. So yeah, first top 10 K-pop songs that are not BTS related. Okay, this year I was a girl group stan. Like I really truly was. Before like years prior, I would say that I mainly listened to boy groups, but this year I don't know what it was. I was just super into girl groups. Like the girls brought it this year, and like all summer, and I was just listening to girl groups. And honestly, I really enjoyed what they were putting out. Like it just felt fresh and new, and that's why probably 80% of this list is girl groups. So just a warning, if you're not a girl group stan, you should be though, because they're good, man. They're good. Okay, at number 10 we have Love Me Like This by NMIX. This is a very unexpected one. I went through the Spotify K-pop 2023 songs because I do listen to pretty much like all the popular songs that are coming out. And this one was on the list, and I remembered that this was a song that I was listening to a lot during the summer when it came out. Um, so I was like, yeah, I remember that I was listening to it in the car, that I was humming it to myself, and I was like really into this song. And I haven't like really delved into the NMIX discography, like all their other songs, but I can say that this one, from the ones that I have heard, like their title tracks, I would say this one is my favorite. And yeah, like I haven't listened to it all that much recently because I go through my music pretty seasonally and monthly. So I will listen to a couple songs in like during a month, and then I will listen to different songs. So like every month I'll have like a favorite. So I will say that that is the disadvantage of doing the top 10 um at the end of the year. I think I should definitely do a mid year and then do an end year, because I listen to so much music that I don't even remember that I did until I find it again. Um, but yeah, Love Me Like This. It was just so catchy and I really liked it. Um, so I'm just gonna put it in the top 10 at number 10. Next song, I have Rover by Kai. This one, I think, was really just hitting it on like social media. I saw people doing the challenge like on TikTok, and I will say TikTok does influence me a little bit because I can't help but have these songs in my head when I'm constantly listening to them on social media, especially on TikTok, on Instagram Reels and stuff like that. But I will like say I did listen to this song on my own in the car, or just like walking, doing chores, things like that. I did put the song on and I listened to it a lot, to the point that I had to stop because if I listen to something too much, then I end up not liking it anymore because I get sick of it. So I just had to pause Rover for a good couple months because I was just listening to it too much. And this is the case of, again, it was just so catchy. And I am someone that likes catchy songs. I like pop music, which I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion, but like I like that stuff. I like catchy stuff. I like things that I'm just gonna be able to sing along to, like whenever. Like I'll just catch myself singing it. I like that type of music. So I have Rover on here, and I don't regret that. I think at number 9 is at a good spot because, like I said, I just listened to it too much where I almost disliked it. But if I listen to it now that I haven't listened to it in a while, I think I would just go back to liking it again. So that's why it's at number 9 right now. Okay, 8. Number 8 is Unforgiven by Le Seraphim. Okay, Le Seraphim came out with a lot of good music this year, and I was really torn up about putting Unforgiven or Anti Fragile on the list, because those two songs came out this year. I'm pretty sure. Like I was checking, and I'm pretty sure they both came out this year. And ultimately, I put Unforgiven like at the spot because I listened to that one more recently. When Anti Fragile came out, I listened to that nonstop, and then when Unforgiven came out, I listened to that, and that one was the most recent release, so that's the one that's more stuck in my head. Um, but I really did like both. And I think now that I've had enough time to listen to both of them, I think I like Unforgiven a little bit more. They both kind of have similar vibes, and so I like to listen to them back to back. Um, and so it is hard to choose, but I think I would choose Unforgiven. They recently came out with a new song too, which I really like, but I haven't spent enough time listening to it to put it on the list. But I can confidently say that Les FM is probably one of my favorite girl groups now. Like definitely in my top 5. I really like what they keep coming out with. I really like their B-sides. So if they ever tour, you'll catch me there because their songs are so good. Their dancing is spectacular, and I really really like them. So and I think I am done choosing a bias because I didn't choose a bias for a long time because I didn't really know them. But I think I have chosen a bias, but I won't say who it is. But I think I have chosen. Um, but yeah, and Lesser FM, they killed it this year, and I really like them. And I think they came kind of recently to the states to a con. I think I didn't have the chance to see them though. But yeah, if Lesser FM could come, I would go see them. I would love to see them. They're amazing. Okay, so moving on, we have number 7. I have Shooting Star by XG. XG is another group that came out with so many good songs. I think they're somewhat controversial actually. I was kind of looking into it, and I think there are some issues with wardrobe and appropriation and things like that. I really do have to look into it a little bit more, but uh, Shooting Star um, is such a good song. I really like it. I didn't see them at KCON because I really didn't see anyone in KCON. I didn't go to the convention, so I didn't see them, and I'm sad about that. But yeah, Shooting Star, it's a good song. I think it's a good song. They're all English lyrics, you know. You can just sing them along whenever. It's catchy. They also came out with a couple others. I think they came out with another one recently. The other one I'm thinking of is Girl Giving. I really like that one too. Same vibe, I guess. Kind of like Girl Crush, but also kind of like not. I don't know how to explain it, but I still like Girl Crush concepts. I know a lot of people don't anymore, because they say it's overused, and it's kind of a new era now, where it's more a little bit more toned down, a little bit more almost like early 2000s style is more in. But if a girl group can do a Girl Crush concept really well, I'll still like it. Yeah, like I'm always gonna be here for that, to be honest. So yeah, XG also I would say would be one of my favorite groups if um there wasn't so much controversy. I really have to go look it up and really like see what it's about before I can actually say that they are one of my favorite girl groups. So I'm not gonna say that, but I did like Shooting Star. I did, and I think a lot of people did too. Um, yeah, I don't know, but I don't know if that's not a common thing to say that they like XG. I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. I have at number six, Set Me Free by Twice. Twice, twice, twice. I love Twice. I went to go see them this year. Such a fun show. I love Twice. I love seeing them in concert. They are amazing performers. Their vocals are insane. And if you go to a Twice concert, even if you're not like the biggest fan, you will have a good time. And they are coming to Vegas next year in March. I'm trying so hard to make it happen, but I don't know yet. I don't know yet, but I'm really, if I can, if I have the opportunity to go see them, I would love to because um I was just thinking about this the other day that I really wanted to go see Twice. Like they're just so good. And I put Semi Free because I wanted to choose a title track. I didn't want to choose a B-side because I wanted people to know what songs I was talking about. But they also had a lot of solo songs this year. Jihyo and Nayeon released their songs, and I could have put one of their songs two on the list, but I didn't want to do repeats. I kind of wanted to have one song per group, um, and I decided to go with a group song because ultimately I really did like Semi Free. It was such a good song, and I liked Killing Me Good and also Pop as well. But I think Semi Free is a solid choice. I really like that song, so I decided to put it on the list. Okay, at number five, I have Queen Card by Idol, G Idol Idol. Um, I think it's still a good song. I feel like I've seen people say that they don't like this song as much anymore because it's overplayed. That it's actually really not that good. I think people prefer Nude as well. I think Nude came out this year too, but I'm not gonna lie. Whenever this song came out, like when you went to the club. There was a lot of K-pop club events. If you're 21, I'm not. I think it's 18 plus actually. If you're 18 and over and you haven't gone to a club event for K-pop, you totally should. It's such a fun time. Just go there with the K-pop stands and just listen to K-pop and dance and sing along. It's always a good time. So if you haven't had the opportunity to go to one, you should. And whenever they put Queen Card at the club, everyone was just dancing, singing, hyped. This one always hit. It always hit. And I am a little bit influenced by that, I'm not gonna lie. But like if Queen Card is on, everyone's gonna be dancing, everyone's gonna be singing, everyone's gonna be hyped. So I think at number five is a good spot because I listened to the song pretty much all year since it came out, and I'm not tired of it. I'm not. And if this came up at the club again, like I'll be dancing. I really will. So yeah, I also like Nude. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I do like Nude too. Um, but I'm not sure if it came out this year. Actually, I have to check. But I like Queen Card. I always watch their performances as well. Now that it's the end of the year, there's been a lot, and I've been watching them, and it's a good time. It's a good time. So yeah, that one's at number five. Entering the top four, we have "Beautiful Liar" by Monsta X, specifically Hyungwon and Shonu. Wow, I love Monsta X. If you're new to my channel, or maybe you just don't know because I haven't really posted about them recently, I love Monsta X. They're probably in my top three boy groups. Uh, I have been a fan for years. They're currently serving in the military. Most of them are. I think. Oh, I think almost all of them are. No, only two. Only Shonu and I am Changyun are out right now. So everybody else is in the military. But before Hyungwon left, he made a mini album with Shonu. Um, and Beautiful Liar was born. And I loved it. I love Beautiful Liar. I think it's such a good song. It shows Shonu's and Hyungwon's ability so well. And they killed it, honestly. I love the dance, the choreography, amazing. They came to KCON and I was so happy that I was able to see them. I'm not gonna say for the last time, but for the last time in a little bit. And they were amazing. They have so much stage presence. It's undeniable, honestly. And I was so happy. Um, and yeah, they were amazing. So I think this one, I don't know if it's like not listened to that much, like if it's underhyped, if it's not as popular. But if you haven't listened to Beautiful Liar by, let's just say, Monster X, you should go take a listen. It's great. I can guarantee you will enjoy it. And if you watch the performance like on YouTube, not just listen to it, you're gonna like it even more because they're those boys, man. They're those boys. They are spectacular and they deserve so much more love than they are getting, especially in Korea. But that's a whole nother thing. Yeah, you should go. Yeah, you should go support them. Um, yeah, they're at number four. I'm a little bit biased. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, if you like certain groups, they're gonna be in your top five. But I like them. I like them a lot, and you should give them a chance if you haven't yet. Okay, let's move on to the top three. At my top, or I shouldn't say top. At number three, I have Super Shy by New Jeans. This one was hard, man, and I hadn't realized how many I want. They're not yeah, how many bangers they came out with. Like, I think I'm not. I'm sorry, I haven't kept up with the award shows because BTS is not there. And I would watch them for BTS because I am a major BTS fan. Um, I haven't super kept up with who won what, but I think New Jeans won like a daesang. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they did, and truly well deserved because their music, like even non K-pop fans, listen to their songs, and I know this because I know IRL in real life people that don't even listen to K-pop say they like New Jeans. So I'm so excited to see what they come up with in the future. Like they are so young. Um, like I think they're all underage, or maybe one of them is not underage. I don't know them like that. I don't know them like super like their personalities or anything. I really just listen to their music. Um, and Super Shy, I love that song. Um, it was really hard, honestly, because I think OMG came out this year too, right? Let me look it up really quick. But if it did, it was really I really had to choose between both of them because I like OMG as well. Um, yeah, did it? Yeah, it came out this year. OMG and Ditto came out this year. Can you believe that? Eugene's came out with OMG, Ditto, ASAP, and Super Shy all in 1 year. They did that. They really did. And Super Shy, I think it's a well deserved spot at my top three because whenever that song comes out, I sing along, and I've heard it in public too. Like at a Forever 21, they started playing New Jeans. I was like, dang, like they're doing that. So yeah, I really like them. Um, I I think I need to get into them more, like get to know them, like not personally, but like you know what I mean. Like get into um maybe like variety shows or vlogs that they've done, so I can see who's my bias because I don't really have a bias right now. I can't say who's my bias. I can look at them and be like, oh, she's pretty, but they're all pretty, so I can't choose based on that. So I really have to get into them like that to choose a bias. But yeah, I feel like as soon as I get into them like that, I will probably stand them like super hard. But yeah, okay. Let's move on to the top two. Number two, um, I don't know. I guess it would be a surprise, but it's Back to Me by The Rose. Back to Me comes from their new album that came out pretty recently, Duel. Okay, so The Rose is a group that I have been listening to for a couple, maybe like 2 years, but I think I really got into them this year. And there was a couple of stuff that happened this year that made me really get into them. First, my friend really likes them, so that obviously influenced me a lot. I went to go see them in concert last year and this year, and I went to participate in their little fan project that they did with Wonder. I think it was like 200 um, Black Roses were invited to come out and participate in this little project. And the Rose was there, and we got to see them really up close, really got to talk to them, take pictures, take videos, and they're amazing. They really are. And their music is so good. So I think it was a no-brainer for me to get into them because I love lyrics in music, and I like I like bands. So when I heard Back to Me when it first released, like, dang, I really liked it at the first time I listened to it. Um, and the album is super good as well. Um, but I think because I've had a longer time listening to Back to Me, I think that one is still my favorite off the album. But yeah, if you haven't listened to it, I think you should. They are um I don't think they deserve more hype. I don't know how to explain it, but they do. Um yeah, I have a vlog actually where I went to go see them. So if you are a fan, if you haven't seen that vlog, you should. Um because we kind of talk about more stuff about the Rose on in that vlog. So if you want to see that, it's up. I would really appreciate it if you did. But yeah, Back to Me, beautiful song. I love it. It's so good. Okay, now to my number one song of this year. Now, I know a lot of people don't know me on here, but I love ATs. ATs is probably my second favorite group. So I haven't mentioned them yet, and that's because they're my top one with Bouncy. Yup, Bouncy. Bouncy, another one just like Queen Card, always hits at the clubs. Always hits at the clubs. Everyone was getting down to Bouncy, like getting down to Bouncy, and it was so hype. I can listen to it anytime when I want to get hype, like hype myself up. I will listen to Bouncy, and it'll do the job because it's so good. It's so like, ooh, like I don't know how to explain it, but if you listen to it, you probably get the same feeling like you just want to start dancing. You want to get down because it's like it has that rhythm, it has those like vibes. Um, and yeah, actually, I don't know when it released. It must have been a couple months now, but it still hits. And they just came out with a new album, AT did, with their single Crazy Form. That came out super recently, so I haven't listened to it enough to say that's my favorite, but dang, Bouncy. And ATEEZ is going on tour. I have three ATEEZ vlogs where I went to their concerts. I love ATEEZ. And yeah, yeah, they're super good. I love ATEEZ. Um, I can't wait to go see them again because they're coming next year. They haven't announced dates yet, but I am confident that they will come to LA, and I'll be there. I'm trying to get pit tickets, like front row barricade tickets, guys. It's gonna be rough, but I'm gonna try my best. And if I don't get pit tickets, I'll still be there. And if they come 2 days, I'll be there because they put on a show, man. They're great. Um, if you haven't gotten into ETs, or if you've listened to their title tracks and haven't listened to their B-sides, you should. Yeah, because they're so good. They're so good. And their performances, energy they always bring, it's amazing, immaculate. So that's why they're my number one of this year. Love them. Love ATs. Okay, let's switch over to the BTS top. I think top nine, top 10. Yeah, let's do it. All right, top nine, top 10 BTS songs, BTS solo songs of this year. I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm only doing the songs that release in 2023. So all the oldies, the goodies, They're not gonna be in this video, but I will have one song per member. If they released an album this year, it's gonna be on here. Yeah, yeah. So, as you guys know, BTS members released solo works this year following their enlistment to the army, which I don't want to talk about because, it's very fresh, very new. It's literally been like a couple days, but they left us with amazing music that I've been streaming like crazy. So let's get into it. Okay, I just wrote them down. I literally did not put them in order. I probably should have, but I think should we go release order? I think we'll go release order. Um, yeah. Jin, amazing. Jin, he did not release new music in 2023. He left last year in 2022, left us with The Astronaut. Now, I don't know why. The Astronaut is a song that I can't listen to because it makes me cry every time. And uh yeah, look, I'm thinking about it and I'm just like it's no. Don't worry, I do stream it, but whenever I listen to it, like I have to be in a good place because I will start bawling because I love Jin. Um a lot of my favorite solo work before all this new work um was Jin songs. Euphoria, not Euphoria, Euphoria, Epiphany, Epiphany, Moon. Epiphany and Moon are some of my favorite songs of their solo works, like on Proof and Answer. I think my favorite song off Answer from the solo works is Epiphany, and for Proof, I really like Moon. Or for Map of the Soul 7, it was Moon. I love, I constantly love Jin's songs when he comes out with them, and so it was no surprise that when he came out with the astronaut, I was on the floor, guys. I was not okay. Um, so if it had come out this year, it would have been on the list, but it didn't come out this year. It came out last year. So all that to say that I put Take Two on the list for Jin because um I felt like it was fitting to put Take Two. And also I've been listening to it a lot recently. And I love that song. I really do. And Jin's verses in the song are amazing. So for Jin, I put Take Two. I know it's kind of cheating, but it still counts, you know? So yeah, Take Two. I guess it's 7 songs actually. Okay, at 7. But really, we're just going in order of release. So after that, I believe, did, I think, did Hoseok release before Namjoon? We'll just go Hoseok and then Namjoon. Um, okay. Hoseok. He, dang, he released. Dang. Okay, okay. Let me not go into for like a whole thing, but for Hoseok as my top 6, I chose On the Street. I really like the song. I really like it. J. Cole on it. It's good. It's good. And I think even people that don't really listen to Hoseok or BTS also really enjoy the song because it's a good song. It's a good song. Period. Like you can't argue about that. So I decided to put that one as my favorite Hoseok release for 2023. Controversial. I don't know. I think people will probably choose. Oh, I love Equal Sign as well. Equal Sign is such a good song. But you know what? I'm gonna stick to On the Street though because obviously any of his songs could have been on this list and it would have been justified. But I will go with On the Street for him. Okay, next Namjoon or Namjoon. I think this one. Okay, he has so many good songs. So this one I contemplated for a little bit, and then I think I settled on putting Lonely from his album on this list because Lonely I felt like I related to the most on his new record. Um, it's a song that I could play it and I just resonated with, and it made me a little sad, but it was also such a good song, so I couldn't be sad. And Lonely was in my top lists this year, so I'm putting Lonely. I could have chose other ones obviously, but I think Lonely is a good one. I don't know. I can't explain, but Lonely. Let me know which one is your favorite because he has a lot of good ones. Let's move on. Who's next? Oh, Yoongi. Yoongi. Let's talk about Yoongi for a second. Did I get the order wrong? I think I got the order wrong, but oops. Sorry, I have Hosuk here. I love that photo card. Anyways, let's do Yoongi next. Okay, Yoongi. Yoongi. Yoongi came in March. Yoongi came in March. Um, Yoongi came in March and absolutely destroyed me. Um, Yoongi's in my bias line. I love Yoongi. Um, it was absolutely worth the time, the money, and the effort to go see him earlier this year because I got some memories from that I will literally remember for the rest of my life because they were so impactful on me. And so Yoongi's album, this one, D2 as well as the other ones, I I loved. Sorry, I'm like I start thinking about stuff. Okay, I love all his albums. I don't know, like he is just someone that I relate to on a completely different level, and his music always like gets me thinking, and I don't know, I just relate to it a lot. So this one was hard too, and I ended up choosing Life Goes On from his album. I feel like this one is unexpected for me because there were so many good songs on D-Day that dang, I chose this one. Even I'm surprised myself that I chose this one, but Life Goes On, I've been listening to a lot recently. And I think that's why I chose it because that one was the one that I think is just very like I just relate to it a lot at the moment, especially with the news of BTS enlisting and stuff like that. This one was the one that's given me a lot of like I don't know, like hope, like I don't know, like oh, life goes on, stuff like that. So that's the one that I've been listening to a lot lately. That's why I chose it. I think earlier this year, if you had asked me what my favorite song of D Day was, I probably would have chosen maybe Snooze or SDL. But I think that one is the one I'm just like I need to listen to every day to get myself to keep going type of stuff. So that's why I chose that one. Um, yeah, I love the song. I love all the original Life Goes On as well. Um, but dang, the melody for this one, it's good, man. It's good. Okay. Oh, let's do Tay. Let's do Tay. I know technically Jimin is next, but I'll explain to you in a second why I'm not doing Jimin yet. Let's do Tay. Tay Tay really did his little jazzy, little slower ballad type of songs, and I love that for him because it suits his voice so well. And I think he has had the chance to showcase his deeper tone, but I feel like in this album he was truly able to shine. And I I love the album because it gives such fall vibes. I don't know if that's just me, but like if a song gives fall vibes, if it gives winter vibes, if it gives summer vibes, I'll listen to it a lot more during those seasons. And I was listening to Tay's album a lot during the fall. And ultimately, I decided to put Love Me Again because that one still lives in my mind rent free. I will find myself humming that song and just like, like, ooh, like that song is just good. If I want to study, if I want to concentrate, I'll put Tay's album on and I love it. So that's why I chose Love Me Again. Though it was a pretty close call with Slow Dancing as well because I like that one too. Okay, next let's do JK. JK. Okay. Jimin and Jungkook are my two biases. If I had to say an alt, I would say Jimin, but like if someone asks who are your biases, I will say Jimin and JK. Jimin and JK. They are my two biases. Um, JK, he creeped up on me, guys, because for a long time it was just Jimin. I was like, yeah, ride or die for Jimin. I still am, but JK, I couldn't deny it any longer. Like he had it, he had to be added to my bias list. Like he's my bias. So Golden came out very recently. Like it really has only been like a month. So obviously, like I said, I get stuck on a couple songs per month, and I'm still stuck on Golden. Golden is still fresh, it's still new, so obviously, everyone's still talking about it because it's only been a month, guys. It's only been a month, so I have been streaming it like crazy. Obviously, trying to get JK on the Billboard charts constantly. Um, so it's been hard to choose a favorite because it is an all English album. I love an all English album. It's always gonna hit. And this time I I don't know, I chose Shot Glass of Tears. Shot Glass of Tears. At first Hey You was my favorite. And then this always happens, but if I continue to listen to the album, the lyrics grab me because at first listen I don't know lyrics and I just go based on what I'm like the melody and like the instrumental. So at first Hate You, I really liked Hate You, and then once I started really delving into lyrics, I liked Shot Glass Full of Tears a bit more. I would still say Hate You is in my top three, um, but Shot Glass of Tears went to number one like pretty quick. Like it was number three first for me. It was like Hate You, Yes or No, and then Shot Glass of Tears. And all of a sudden, it was a flip because now it's Shot Glass of Tears at number one, and then it's Yes or No, and now it's Hate You. I still really like them. Obviously, I like the entire album, but Shot Glass of Tears, like I will sit in my room here and listen to that song on full blast on my speaker, and just just sit there and listen because dang, those lyrics, guys, those lyrics are so good. Whenever he performed it, I was like, I was really like, just oh my god, grabbing my hair, going crazy over the song. Um, I feel like it could change though because recently I've been listening to Yes or No. Yes or No is so good as well. Um, but I think Shot Glass of Tears is probably my favorite song. I think everyone's gonna say Hate You though, but let me know what your favorite song off Golden is, and we can discuss. Okay, now last for last the last one. Now I'm gonna say my number one song. Like I just said, Jimin is my favorite member, or is my bias. I don't like saying favorite member. He's my bias of BTS. Has been for years. I've liked BTS since 2016, so it's been a long time. And I love Jimin. I love everything about him. I'm in love with him, guys. I really am. I love him. I don't care. I'm delusional, but I love Jimin, and I don't know. I love Jimin. Um, and when he came out with his album, and I saw him doing that, like just oh gosh, I have never loved him more. Like he put so much effort, so much love, and into this album, and I really should get off Twitter because there's so many haters on there, and it makes me so upset, so mad every single time I see anything negative about Jimin on there, because there's a lot of negative stuff on there, but like I'm a ride or die for Jimin, and I always will be like crazy. She was an it girl. She continues to prove that she's that song, that she's that girl, and I love like crazy. I love the Korean version. I love the English version. I love both of them, and he really he really did that, guys. I know I keep saying that, but like crazy. I think was it? I think like crazy was my number one on Spotify Wrapped. I might be lying. I have to check right now, but I think she was my number one. And if she wasn't my number one, I think she was my number two because I think it was a non-English song that was my number. I mean, an English song that was my number one. But like crazy was my number one K-pop song on Spotify Wrapped. And Jimin came in second place, guys, on my Spotify Wrapped because Yoongi. Yoongi took August D number one on my Spotify Wrapped for artists, and number two was Jimin. I don't know how that happened, but it did. But yeah, I love Jimin like crazy. Continues and always will be one of my favorite songs of all time. I don't care if you disagree because I just don't. I love that song and I don't take any criticisms for that. So yeah, she's number one. She's number one. Okay, we've reached the end of the video. Sorry for any background noise. It's noisy because it's the middle of the day and I have to go to work, so I have to end this video because I've been talking for a seriously long time. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoy talking about my favorite songs. Let me know what your top 10 were. Um, Favorite songs were this year. So much good music came out this year. I know there was a lot of songs that I didn't talk about that I know will probably be on your favorite list. So yeah, if there's any songs I didn't talk about that you think I would seriously like because I really like pop, let me know which ones they are and I will check them out. Always looking for good recommendations. I don't always like what was I saying? I don't always I'm not always on top of the new stuff that comes out. So if you could let me know any good music, any good K-pop music, and even non-K-pop music, I would really like to know because I'm so far behind. I will stay listening to like 2010 songs. I'm stuck in the past, guys. So if you have any good recommendations for music, I really like slow music, guys. I like Billie Eilish stuff. So if you have any good recommendations, please let me know. And yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.